Never mind me while I'm stepping out my circumference. I feel the nerves trickling down. It's life humbling. My words stutter, stumbling, staggered on court of God. This the life of a jigaboo, introverted and scarred. Whoa. My mother been the melodies while they sing the choruses. Direct message from slaves saying we need more of it. Paranoia in my state, I see envy at high rates. Now it's crop off the fate, turn great so I fly straight. Was gone for a minute, now I'm back like an ex with big factors. I see you turn flat like extinct like some raptors. When I drop fruit, prayer, precision, practice and patience, we move to greener pastures. They're saying life is a matter of mastering basics and mastering patience. More time I get tired of waiting. Maybe it's fate procrastinating, the times are bad, so it really had me sprung. Like she got me doing things that I never do. You thought that we connected when in fact it was trauma bonding. Just leave it up to me to break the rules, never corresponding. My childhood filled with fence climbs and knee scrapes and bikes and kicking it by the street signs. The older I get, I'm trying to lessen any screen time. The bounce back heavy, I rock steady on climb. This one's a fucking loop, the news will pick and choose whatever truth they wanna give to you. I cannot stomach it, so I poop. Oops. When life turns sweeter, the lemon mouths get louder. But I'm amplified with ghosts from God like that boy Fowler. Working like I got that point to prove. But truth be told, the proof is right in the pudding, no point to lose. 60 for the crepes, yeah, I did that just because. She expecting more, girl, you know I'm saving up. Left me on red, well, it was what it was. Never stress over them joints or in downs when times get rough, so I ghost. Long are the days when we was close, and when I see you, it's like two completely different type of goats. I approach the weekly fire dropping, which I'm feeding. Still, I don't expect to be the one. Your boy having bugs, still the songs get spun like Beyblades and teacups. My fun fair to those that ever really know me from jump. So what's up, I've been the one they all depended on like TJ. Now they're dead wilder than a furry knockout punch, leaving them straight stunned. It's hella fun. Now you know I'm coming through. When the growth look good on you, best believe they wanna screw now. I've been trying to climb, devil threw me in the dark. Baby, don't be insecure, you can still go make a mark like blow. Could never let them drain my soul now. Blow. Table turning like doorknobs, wow. Blow. I think I'm about to set sail. I'm a walking, living legend, walking with my chest out. Life keeps dealing me cards, I keep feeling it.
Yes, people. What's going on? It's G. We are back in the building. Yes, we're back with some more early morning vibes. Big up everybody in the building. Big up those who are watching both on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and on YouTube. Guys, if you're over on YouTube, please make sure you do smash that subscribe button, please. It does help out the channel. I know I keep saying it, but it's very, very true. It does. You guys already saw the caption. You've seen the thumbnail. There's been a lot of talk about Liverpool attacker. Well, the whole attack, if I'm being 100% honest, but one in particular, and that is Diogo Jota. As per usual, as a fan base, we overreact. Of course we do. Do you know what I mean? We feel like the end of the world is coming. So we then speak about players, and all of a sudden, the agendas and, the player fan FCs and all of these kind of things, they all pop out at once. So today we're here to talk about, Diogo Jota. He's a player who's currently injured, should be back relatively soon. Can't remember the exact timeline of when he's going to be back, but he should be back soon. But a lot of Liverpool fans are dying for him to come back into the fold. I've seen a lot of talk, a lot of people mentioning, Diogo Jota, how we missed him, at the weekend against Manchester United. He would have put away all of those chances, etc., etc. But we'll get into all of that. Let me bring my guy, my boy, Ends in the damn building. Man's got the tank top on, so he means business.
No, relax. Saviour always gets on to me as well about it. Call it a wife beater. Yeah, all good. Yeah, all good, man.
Big up everybody. Guys, last night, obviously I dropped the Football Manager save. So please make sure after this video has finished, you guys just take a little look. Do you know what I mean? If you're a Football Manager head like myself and Ends as well, you guys will like the video. You'll like that kind of content. So, Ends, you already know I spoke to you last night. And again, big up everybody in the damn chat as well. I spoke to you last night in regards to what I wanted to do today. What I wanted to speak about. And obviously, we're going to talk today about Diogo Jota and, you know, a few of the other attackers at Liverpool. You've seen the reaction. Me and you, we speak all the time in regards to how fan bases react and, you know, certain little bits and bobs. Chat to me about Diogo Jota just quickly in terms of how you look at him as a player, how important you think he is as a player, you know, to Liverpool, and of course, this running.
I don't know, because everyone talks about him as he's this lethal finisher. He's the end all be all. He needs to be in the team when fit, which is fine. I think everyone has their own opinion on how they see football, but at the same time, I'm just one of those guys going, if you're on form, you play. And beforehand, well, obviously before Mo went away into international, and you know, before his injury, he was on form. He was really, really good, scoring goals. That solo goal against Chelsea, we just literally bullied his way through and scored. I think that's it really that we missed. We just missed that decisiveness more than anything else in the final third. I don't think the other players don't have it. It's just that they just, I don't know, bro. They just go, I might as well give it to you, or I might as well give it to this guy, or I might as well do, instead of just going, no. When you're there, just shoot, bro. Just shoot. And Diego is the one that offers that. Left foot, right foot is good in the air. Just offers a different type of problem. But to say that we've missed him, I don't know, bro. Like, we're saying that he's the one that would have scored the goals. I don't think any of those type of goals was necessarily, oh, if he was there, he would have been the one to score it. I just felt like the man them should have just scored. The players should have just scored it. There was no chance. I'm like, Jota was there, he would have scored it. I'm like, no. Trust these guys to score. Darwin's on 18 goals. If you don't trust him to score now, then you never will. You know, Gakpo's on 14. Diaz is on, I think, 13, 14 now. And Jota is on 14 as well. So, and then Mo's on like 22 goals, 23 goals. Obviously, he scored against Man United. I'm looking at them going, yeah, you say you miss him, but still got the same amount of goals as the other guys. Like, if he was this mad killer, then shouldn't he be on like Mo's numbers then? And yeah, the caveat would be, and the context would be, yes, he's been injured, but so has all of them. All of them had an injury spell this season.
Fact.
So I don't know, man. But I think everyone just has their own opinion on how football and what type of players. But it's always this it's always this reactionary thing where you go, if he was playing, yeah, bro. But we've been winning games with and without him. So, and we do that with and without Mo. We do that with and without Darwin. They do make a difference. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Big up Dustin in the damn building. Big up Angel. He's saying, after an injury break, question mark, Jota after his calf injury looked absolutely terrible during his comeback games. He will need time. We will have to be patient. The thing is, Angel, I agree with you, but we already know it's a title running. We're already melting down as a fan base after the 0-0 draw.
Yeah.
So they're not giving Jota time. When Jota comes back, I promise you, whenever he comes back, whatever game that is, if he don't score or assist, yeah, there's gonna be there's gonna be the ones who like, yeah, need to sell him now. Yeah, we need to get rid of this guy. We need to get rid of that guy, etc., etc. But again, we know the overreactions, you know, with certain players and, you know, the fans and stuff like that. Big up KLFC in the building, guys. Please make sure, please smash the like button, man. Just smash the like button. GOAT since 97. Big up, boys. In terms of minutes played, he does look to be a better finisher. For us, though, it's margins, I guess. As of the weekend game, he could have made a difference. Maybe. I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, nah, he's dead and he would have done this. He would have. I don't know when it comes to, you know, someone like Diogo Jota. Would we have still created those chances with Jota on the pitch? That's something I think about, because the way that those three played, that's probably why we created those chances. Nunes making the run, Salah obviously pulling out wide to the right, Diaz and Nunes, of course, linking up together, doing whatever they need to do. McAllister being able to find that space so he can pop it into a Mo Salah or see the diagonal run of Luis Diaz or whatever. Szoboszlai making those late runs in. Would we have still done all of that with Jota in the team? I don't know. I'm not saying that we wouldn't. I'm not saying that we don't create chances when he does play. But at the same time, it's a different type of ball game, you know, when he is playing. Dustin, yeah, chance creation. I think about 100%, man. Like I think what we always try to do is, of course, we just take. It's always relative, isn't it? So when these chances are being missed, or you know, when we're not scoring the counter attacks and things like that, we put that player in there. Of course, bro, if you put that player in there, yeah, probably they would score. I'm not saying that he's a bad boy finisher, so of course he probably would have scored more or less some of those chances. But sometimes you then have to think, would we have even have created those chances with him there? If you look at the types of goals that he does score, remember, he's not scoring goals from, not all the time. Of course, he does it sometimes, but he's not scoring goals from these five v, you know, v2 situations. Donny's scoring goals from like tight angles, and he's scoring goals that no one else in, like, other than maybe Salah, and even he probably wouldn't. He's scoring goals that only he would score in those kind of moments, because those are the type of moments that we might create in those type of situations. So, you know, it is kind of one of those things where we have to think. It can't always be relative. You have to look at the context behind it. Would we even still have those kind of chances? But I know how people, you know, I know how it works. And guys, I'm as frustrated as you that we didn't, of course, put those chances away. Big up Stephen True Seeker in the building. We will drop more points even with Jota back, and we've dropped points with him here. We've dropped points without him here. So this Messi like figure that we believe he is, that's where I'm always a little bit like, eesh, I don't want to put too much. We put pressure on him last season when he came back from that long injury, and we'll take a look at his injury.
Feels like deja vu, man. Honestly,
Bro,
it feels like deja vu. It feels like every season, oh, wait till Jota is back.
Yeah.
Oh, my days, man. Jota is back. These man, they've been missing so many chances. Jota scores all of these. Like, bro, I don't know, man. We've got 5 attackers, and I feel like getting the right combination, and I think that's the issue at the moment. I don't think we know what our right combination is. I think that's more of a conversation. I don't think we actually know the best combination. I have what I think is the best combination, but that's just me. I don't know. I don't know.
It's funny. I'm going to get into that because you actually did a sick segue to the next bit. I want to show you. There's something that me and you have spoken about quite a lot. Big up, Angel. I would say that Jota is more intelligent than our current front three. He is also more aggressive. GTV facts, there is no time in a run-in, so it will be difficult for Diogo. Jota, 100%. I definitely agree with you. KLFC, struggling to beat United 3 times this season has annoyed me. I hear it. Listen, we're all annoyed. Come on, man. Man United are shit. So there's no two ways about it. Man, we vexed that we ended the season and we didn't beat Manchester United. That doesn't happen recently. Since Klopp's been here, more time we slap them 5-0, 4-0, 4-1s, whatever. 7-0. Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. We were doing the 7-up for a minute. 50-something shots in the 2 Premier League games, and we didn't win any FFS. Our attack needs to step up, bro. It was 62 actually. It was actually 62 shots.
So 62 shots. Well, I want to say 5 goals
in the 2 Premier League games. In the Premier League games, not the
FA
I'm
counting the FA Cup. So we didn't even add the FA Cup game.
No. So I don't even know how many.
The 2 Premier League games, there were 60. How many?
62.
And we scored 2 goals.
We scored
3 goals. 2 goals. Sorry, it was 2-2, weren't it? And 0-0.
Yeah, 2-2. Yeah, 0-0. Yeah. So on average, basically, you're saying if you evened it out, it's 31 shots a game that we're having again.
I don't know if you're gonna have this stat there. What was the line? What was the front 3 against them when we played last? I don't know if you have that at hand.
Oh no, I'll get up now. I'll get up right now. What, when we played them in the
0-0?
The 0-0. Oh, okay. Let me check right now.
So the 0-0, I know the one we started with in the 2-2. I just can't remember. It might have been the exact same. No,
would it have been the same? It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been, because remember when we played them back then, I'm sure Trent was available in that game.
No, but I'm talking about the front 3, not the actual lineup itself.
Oh, okay.
So I want to know what combination is having this many shots and not scoring goals. That's.
It'll be very interesting to find out.
Is it the same combination?
So who do we have up front in the other day?
So we had Diaz, Nunes, and Salah.
We had those 3 up front when we played them 0-0.
All right. Say less. So these man, the combination, and look, it's not just down to them. Obviously, the midfielders have to play a part, defenders have to play a part. We know this, but they obviously had majority of the shots in
Yeah.
terms of the front three, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, nah, that's crazy, bro. So
That's
that
mad.
means the combination. So then the last time Gakpo played in that front line, so it was Gakpo, Nunes, and Mo played.
Mm-hmm.
We beat them 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then the time before that, Jota played. When we beat them 5, with Jota through the middle that game, wasn't he?
Yep.
Jota was through the middle, Mo was on the other side. Okay. So the denominator is Gakpo and Jota then. When we score them goals. All right, say less.
And this is what, excuse me, what a lot of people have been saying. KLFC, Darwin Núñez hasn't scored against a top 10 team in the Premier League since Newcastle.
Safe.
Fairs.
Has he not scored against Arsenal? No, that was last season.
Yeah, that was last season. Still. Stephen Truthseeker, our fans always do this to some players, making them into gods. Same with Klopp. To be fair, all fan bases do it as well. They do quite. If you look at the Arsenal fan base, if you see the way that they talk about Saka, you would actually think he's the second coming. KLFC, that's embarrassing, 100%. Dustin, we can also say the defense shouldn't concede. You can say that in certain moments. Although the 2 goals that we conceded, to be fair, you can obviously look at the mistake that Konza did, but they were wonder goals anyway. Like, and scoring from more or less the center circle kind of thing.
Bro, do you know it's crazier? Because even when we played Man United in the FA Cup, we conceded a similar goal to how Mainu scored when we allowed Anthony to turn in the box and swivel and put it in the bottom corner. And we allowed when I look back and I looked at the still, I'm like, there's like 6 or 7 players back. How did we allow this guy to turn in the box and shoot? Are we doing zonal marking when Mandem are in the box and that? No pressing. Moving like my Newcastle defense, bro. No pressing, just allowing man just to run through.
Bro. And, by the way, big up people. Yes, I have seen the news that has come out on Sky Sports, so don't worry. We will talk about that in a second, but I don't want to touch on it too much because I'm sure Ends might do a video on that anyway. So you'll probably
I'll line it up, man. I'll line it up.
Line it up. But obviously, here talking about Diogo Jota, and Ends mentioned something about talking about players, and with the way we talk about certain players, how we react to this player's the guy, or if Jota was here, or if this guy was here. And it's funny because I was doing like lineups and stuff like that, and I took a look also at a couple of lineups that that we had played for certain games and stuff like that, and what people were saying online, in terms of what's the best lineup and things like that. So when the season started out, this is what kind of people were looking at. This is kind of the basic, typical. When we didn't know about Endo, we didn't know if he was going to be good enough, etc., etc. So Bozalai, Curtis Jones in the midfield, and that was the front 3 right there. That was the front 3. You can probably agree that everybody would, general consensus anyway. We would have said, right, you know what? This is the front 3. Then people start changing their mind. You can see I put Gomez in there because all of a sudden Gomez was the guy. We're like, nah, this is the best team that Liverpool have. Obviously, McAllister still. This is just before Endo really started, pushing on and pushing forward. But then it was, now we need to put Diogo Jota up front because Diaz obviously having the situation, with his father and stuff like that. So it was kind of like, push him to the side. Nah, Jota's got to start up front. He's doing his thing, etc., etc. Then Endo starts having his run. Alisson gets himself injured. Then we're looking at this back four and we're like, nah, we need a Robbo in there, or we need to have Gomez. It could have been, but it was, Núñez, maybe he should drop out of the team. Potentially, we need to put Diaz back in there because he offers us that threat. Diogo Jota, he has to go up front. Obviously, Salah still staying there. McAllister in his position. Trent Alexander-Arnold on that, on that right-hand side. And I think when we're looking at all of these different lineups and all of the different things that we all keep saying, I think it goes back to what me and you always talk about. People are always changing their mind. Obviously, injury is going to play a part. Of course it will. Like, I'm not stupid enough to think it wouldn't. But at the same time, the amount of times us as a fan base, we constantly change our minds after 2 games. I'll give it, usually it's 2 games that people usually give the players Yeah, 2 games. Nah, he needs to come out. He needs to. I remember when Gravenberch, and I know that's your guy. I remember when Gravenberch came into the team because we had injuries. I think Curtis Jones also he had
He
picked
was
up
a
the red
red card. He had a red card,
yeah,
didn't he, against
and
Tottenham, and
then
he came in.
he came in. When he came in, played good for those couple of games. I remember the game
Bro,
against Brighton. He was playing well, almost scored. Obviously, he hit the bar and all of that kind of stuff. Game against Manchester City. All of these little games that he was playing
Everton.
in. Everton, yeah. I remember you speaking about the Everton performance. He was the guy. And then the front three was whoever it was at the time. It was like, nah, we need to play Diaz. We need to play Nunez through the middle. We need to play Salah on the right. Oh, no. Diaz. I remember and I always go back to this. I remember the conversation that people were telling me, we need to put Nunez out on the left. He's not a striker. He has to play out there on that left-hand side because he's better down the left-hand side. We need to put Jota down the middle and then obviously Salah on the right-hand side. Then we change it again. It's like, no. We need to put Nunez through the middle. We need to have Diaz on the right. Guys, we cannot keep flip-flopping. And it's not just you guys, the subscribers, because it's also some content creators. We create, which is obviously our job, but that's what we do create. We create that narrative. And then once you push out that narrative enough times, people latch onto it. All of a sudden, I know you guys, you watch our stuff. Do you get what I mean? You watch what we're talking about, and you might agree. And obviously, once you agree with something, you might just run with it for a bit longer. So once you start running with it for a bit longer, it then creates this big general consensus online or whatever. Nah, this is the guy that's got to start. Nah, as a Bozalai, he's dead now. He needs to come out of the team. Bro, he was the Hungarian Steven Gerrard. He can't be dropped. No way. He cannot be dropped. The Hungarian Steven Gerrard. Yeah, if anybody's as good as that, then of course we need to have him in the team. And it's the same with the front line. It's the same thing that we're doing. We keep chopping and changing. I did the video, and don't worry, guys, I see the comments. I will get into that in a sec. I did the video a little while back. Do Liverpool have the best attack in Europe? Bare people told me, yeah. Said it was better than PSG. It was better than Bayern Munich. It was better than Man City. It was better than Arsenal. Cool. Then we did the video analyzing the Liverpool attack. Again, the same things were being said. Yeah, no, we got the best attack, bro. Yeah, no, we got the best attack. But we all know when it comes to these players, I think I've said this before, all of the attack, including Salah as well, and I have to include him in this context, none of them will be. Salah's obviously proven it over a period of time, but in recent seasons, none of them will be consistent for too long. They all have crazy purple patches. Nunez, Diaz, Gakpo, Jota. They'll have the craziest of purple patches. 10 goals in 12 games or 10 GA in 10 games kind of thing. We saw that with Nunez. Like we were talking about it yesterday about the Nunez thing where everyone's talking about Nunez right now, but 2 games ago, he was coming off a purple patch. Like
one game ago, bro.
Sorry, 1 game ago.
Man scored literally before Man United, he scored.
So and that was considered to be a purple patch. Like literally, man was saying, I saw score, and again, we have to blame the media outlets and stuff like that as well for pushing the narrative. But we don't need to take it in all the time. We can think for ourselves. We were sitting there agreeing and saying, nah, man, Nunez, he has to start up front. Man, don't score against Manchester United, who are not, they're shit in terms of how they are as a team right now, but they're still a big, massive club, and it's a derby game at Old Trafford. And now we're saying, nah, we got to dump these guys. Fuck that. Salah got to go.
Drop Nunez out the team, put Jota back in when he's fit. That's what I heard.
He's fit. Bro, I'm literally sitting there thinking to myself, like, are we sure? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, are we generally sure? Like, is that what we want to do? Is that what we feel is going to be the best for our running, till the end of the season? I don't know, guys. I genuinely don't know. Again, you guys would have to tell me, how you're feeling. Guys, I'll go through the comments now. As I mentioned before, I know there's big news, of course, coming. We'll touch on it for 2 seconds.
Go on, man. Might as well.
In a sec, and then of course I don't want to touch on it too long because I know, as I said, we might do a video on that, and I'd rather we dive deep into what that might mean for Liverpool. Let's get through these comments. Guys, please make sure you're smashing the like button, please. I can't lie, big up Angel. I can't lie. We did look go with Diaz, Jota, and Nunes in that period between Jan and Feb. Chelsea and Brentford was impressive. Fairs. Stephen Truseeker, I thought Nunes had slept. I'm going to say you meant to say had stepped up his game to another level or two recently, but looks like he's dropped back down. Again, it's their level isn't going to go up too high in a season anyway. So that whatever they're doing in their best moments, I feel like that's the purple patch right there. We're not seeing a level of consistency. For example, like we would see with Ollie Watkins as a prime example. But why do we see that? Because he's the only striker that they've got. They got Duran, I think, is another, but their main striker is this guy. So I remember me and Enz talking, bro, he's going to play 9 times out of 10. In fact, no, sorry, he's going to play 10 times out of 10 if he is fit. There is no, let me drop him for this guy. No. He's playing literally every single game kind of thing. So we're going to see his level over a season. Hence why you would never call Ollie Watkins world class, because we know he's not a world class striker. We just know he's a good striker. He can score goals, etc. He can score goals at this level at a decent enough rate, to get people kind of going. Big up Revenite. Why do you guys think we don't have a creative forward that likes to play make someone who prefers to be creative rather than score? Is it a Klopp thing? He buys these types of players. Balance feels off. But we had Firmino and people weren't necessarily happy with his output, I would say.
He did have a player like that.
Yeah,
exactly what you're asking for. He did have the false 9. We change it because football adapts and football evolves, doesn't it? And we wanted an out-and-out sort of striker. We played against Darwin, scouted him and gone, actually, he will fit the system. He could fit our team. So we went out there and got it. We thought at the start of the season, if we adjust it, maybe put Mo a bit wider, test it out and see if he can play as a winger instead of an inside forward. It worked. But then it worked for a bit because Mo was creating, but he wasn't scoring. And then we was like, nah, man, we need some goals. So Mo, go back and do what you normally was doing. But that comment is right from Revenant, bro. We actually need to create a guy up there. And I really believe, bro, Mo is that guy. But because he's so hung up on scoring and being the top goal scorer, I don't know, man. He stops himself from doing that evolution thing where Messi did it, Benzema did it, CR7 did it. All of these world-class type players just slightly shifted their game a bit. And I'm not saying Mo don't create a lot of chances. He does. He does create chances. But I'm telling you, if he goes to that bag where he goes, I'm just going to create. And if I get a goal, I get a goal. It's a problem.
I agree. And the thing is, you've been saying it for a minute in regards to what do you call it? In regards to Mo Salah playing in that different position, playing behind a striker, potentially being that kind of creative forward. And to be honest, as you mentioned there, the great ones, that's what they do. The great players that we know of this generation, even you think Benzema was still doing Benzema Leon days when he got older at Real Madrid? No way. He became this culture. You end up. It's the only way I can describe it is you end up becoming this cultured type of striker, or sorry, this cultured player. And I'm not just say striker, but this culture type of player where you understand your body isn't the same. I saw a goal that Salah scored. I was literally, I think Liverpool put it up on their highlights against Atalanta, and it was Mo running, like speeding. I think Curtis Jones. The ball, it was a corner to Atalanta. The ball comes out to Curtis Jones on the edge of our box. He then kicks it forward for Salah to make that run. Salah's obviously bursting. Like we're talking old school Salah speed. Bursting. The defender obviously catches up with him because Salah kind of slows down as he gets closer to the goal, and then Salah curls it in to the net. We're not really, in my opinion, going to see that type of Salah anymore, where that speed can get him to do whatever it is he needs to do in front of goal, which is how he was getting a lot of his goals. Running through on goal, the speed was killing man all the time. He's still fast, of course he is. He's still quick, he's still strong, and he should be, I would have thought, intelligent enough to be able to play in that position that Enz is talking about, which is maybe you do play behind the striker now. Maybe you do play in that position where you're good at creating because you can. You've shown that you can create goals. You literally assist quite a lot of goals anyway. So why not potentially be turned into that striker? Obviously, maybe the new manager, who might be Amarim from what we're seeing, maybe, of course, he can change that. Big up Revenite. Only clinical forward we got is Jota, who gets injured a lot. Surely we should have another. We'll take a look at his injury record in a sec. Ale, drop Salah to start with. Any place, Szoboszlai in place of him. Drop Robbo and drop start Tsimikas. I'm assuming you meant start Tsimikas, drop Robbo, flipping out. All right, fair enough. Big up Cooley in the building. No, he's not the savior, but he'll be useful to have coming off the bench when things are not working. Fairs. Angel ends. We allowed Anthony to turn and score in the box in the FA Cup.
Don't remind me, bro.
We are too passive at times. No, it's true. It's true. Big up Tyler in the building. Yeah, I know it's early, man. It's early morning vibes, man. I know some of you probably just chilling kind of thing. I said, you know what? Let's just do early morning videos, a couple of these and see who's about in the building. So we're gonna, get into that. Cooler, the combination I like was Gakpo, Nunes, and Salah, or Diaz, Nunes, and Jota interchanging. Fair enough. To be fair, I think and don't quote me on this, guys, but I'm sure one of our better combinations actually involves Gakpo. I'm sure when I was looking at the statistics, it actually involves Gakpo, who is the player that everybody wants to get, rid of. So that's quite interesting. Anfield Road N, big up Mandem. Tom Little played a blinder with the Amarim shout. I mean, it's the worst kept secret in football at this present moment in time, just behind Mbappe to Real Madrid. So it is what it is. Stephen Trusika, Endo isn't that great. He can do a job, but we should be looking for a better replacement very soon. Brother, let the season just pan. Let the season pan.
Get man out ASAP, bro. I hear it, bro. I hear it, man. I did ask that question before, though. Will we go for another 6? Makes sense to.
No. It definitely makes sense to, because I know people are waiting on Bajcetic. I'm like, brother, I don't know what Bajcetic you're going to see when he comes back. And I don't know what role, that he's going to have once he does come back into the team. So we'd have to wait and see on that. Stephen, Nunes had dropped off again. Has he dropped off, or is this just the coming out of that purple patch we're now just seeing? But to be fair, Nunes is doing what I kind of want to see in an attacker. I'm not playing well, but I still give you GA. Didn't really play that well against Manchester United. He got the assist for Luis Diaz. That's the things that we applaud Mo Salah for. He's playing shit, but guess what? He gets the GA. Sometimes when you're not playing that well, can you still affect the game in the moments that we need you to? He's doing that. Big up Tyler. I think best front three is Nunes, Jota, Salah, but I also want to see if Szoboszlai can play up front. Maybe. Imagine Szoboszlai on one wing, Harvey Elliott on another wing, and then a killer up top. And let me take killer, a presence, a striker with a focal point. So as an example, you could say like an Ivan Toney, someone who's strong, fantastic hold up play, can finish, a threat in both boxes, to be honest with you, something like that. But of course, I don't think we'd see that, but we'd have to wait and see. Dustin, I never liked the nickname Hungarian Steven Gerrard, but I'm sitting still. Still, man is a superstar. Yeah, no. Szoboszlai is one of my guys. Like I like Szoboszlai, but I don't like some of the games that he has had, recently. Salah out of form, needs to be benched for. Because I was reading Ale and then I said,
name, bro. I hear it. Do your thing, bro. I hear you, bro.
Salah out of form, needs to be benched for a game or two. KLFC saying Salah has been shocking since his injury. Angel, it's bizarre after one draw and your joint top on points. According to our so-called fans, everyone should be sold. Cooler, I never got that we have the best attack in Europe. We don't. But if you look at GA, they appear quality. This is why we keep stressing. Sometimes, guys, look past the GA. Just look past the stats. Forget what the numbers will tell you. Numbers are there to tell you the things that you didn't know. I didn't know that my man runs like that. I didn't know he gets 10 kilometers per game. Okay, cool. Say no more. So he's really getting about the pitch. Not he didn't score or he didn't assist, so he must have played dead. Because sometimes if we keep looking at the game just from a statistical point of view, bro, some of the viewpoints that we have, it's going to be all over the gaff, man. All over the gaff. And then what? Then we're going to be calling... there's certain players in history that we would all say is, dope players now, obviously look like Ronaldinho as an example. GA wasn't the greatest. It was good, of
Mm-hmm.
course, it was good for the type of player he is. But you put him in today's world alongside some of the guys who are getting crazy GA. Certain man would be like, yeah, Ronaldinho's all right. Yeah, he does too many tricks though. Yeah, no,
Bro,
but he's
I'll
always
be
trying
mad
to
if any man says Ronaldinho do too much tricks, bro.
bro. But
I'll fight you,
you,
bro. I promise you.
you already know that's the conversation and that's where it's heading, bro. Dustin, yeah, drop Nunes, put Jota, might hurt chance creation. It's more complicated. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. And as I said, I'm not even a Nunes fan like that, but the chance creation with him on the pitch is really good. Anyway, we are creating chances, bro. We just, as I said, it was 62 chances that we've had against Manchester United. Sorry, 62 shots that we've had just against Manchester United alone. Come on, man. Do you know what I mean? Are we having those same amount of chances when Jota's on the pitch? KLFC, Trent, Allison, and Jota all go back into the team when fit. K, I ask you, who are you dropping? Who are you dropping? And this goes back to when people said about Bradley. Forget Allison, because Allison was always, that was a non-starter. Look, I know people are talking about that. But when Bradley's been in a team, people tell me he's better defensively than Trent, and he offers us something going forward anyway. Not as good as Trent, but he offers us something. So people say, nah, put Trent in midfield. So does Bradley just drop out, straight off the rip? I'm not saying you're saying that, but you know what people are saying. Big up IRE, big up G and Ends. Our strike force is decent. One top class striker, but none of them is clinical. I think, to be honest with you, that's been kind of evident. If I'm being 100% honest with you, that has generally been kind of evident throughout the season. But are we saying that we said that they were clinical?
They say Jota is the most clinical one out there. Mo is the bagsman we hear. So we expect those two to kind of get the most goals.
Yeah.
But Darwin's only 4 goals off of him. 5 now because he scored to get the penalty. And then Jota's only got 14 goals. He's got the same amount of goals as Gakpo, the guy that they said is dead food. And that guy played what? Right mid, left mid, left 8, right 8. How many games did you work it out he played in midfield?
In midfield, he played 7 games.
7 games.
On the left, he played 7 games. On the right, on the right, he's played 7 games. On the left, he's played 9 games. And he's played 22 games up top.
Say less, bro.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? And, this is it. This is it. But I'm going to take a quick look. We're going to take a quick look at Diogo Jota's injury history since he's actually been at Liverpool, it was interesting. It was interesting to kind of see what that has looked like since he's joined Liverpool. And remember, this is the guy that we are saying, we want in the team, at some point in time. Let's see. You guys can see that, calm?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So let's start from the bottom. Let's start from, what club is that? FC Pacos de Ferreira. Cool. So that's obviously a team. Cool. Yeah, set up and I'll redirect anyway. You guys can see here. Let's get it up. Boom. Shoulder injury, ankle injury, bruises, hamstring, calf, knee, foot. He's had quite a few injuries anyway. Knee, collateral ligament tear, muscle, hamstring again, ankle. There was actually, which one was I looking at? It was boom, boom, boom. Some of them, I was like, for example, he got this knee bruise. I think we remember the game. It was a Champions League game. The game that everyone said, why did Klopp start him in this game and blah, blah, blah. And then that was a shout, back them times, because at the time you were like, he was hitting some really good form. But maybe that's why he played him in the first place, because he just felt he would just continue that level of form anyway. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
yeah,
I think that's probably why he looked at it from that viewpoint at the time. But obviously, hindsight is a wonderful thing. He came back on the 1st of March. Then by May, so what's that? In 2 months' time, 2 months later, he gets a foot injury. So you think, okay, fair enough. 2021, 22, you can see here so he comes back from that foot injury, May the 24th, 2021. And then, goes a little while where before he does pick up another injury. So you're like, all right, cool, he's doing his thing, whatever. Another 4 days, he gets himself an ankle injury. Then again, that same season into the next season, doesn't really pick up an injury, blah, blah, blah. Still cool to go. Picks up another little hamstring injury. Cool, he's only out for 5 games. But then when he gets that hamstring injury, a month later, that's when he does get that calf injury, which of course keeps him out for 24 games in that 22-23 season. So of course, people were like, okay, fairs. Then comes back February till November. He's good to go. Picks up another muscle injury. He's out for another further, 8 games there. Comes back December the 24th. And then for a couple of months, he's okay. Then he, of course, picks up that knee ligament tear. And he's obviously been out so far for 13 games. And that's obviously going to go up, I believe, throughout the next couple of games that he's going to be injured. So he picks up injuries anyway. So that's why I asked, like, are we looking at him like the savior? Because we keep saying when we're missing these chances, we need Jota. But remember, if we can't really trust him, should we not be in a position where we're not necessarily relying on someone like a Jota? Because ultimately, we are scoring goals, guys. We're still scoring goals. Jota's got, I believe, 14 goals. As N said, Gakpo's also got 14 goals this season. So is it a case of we're not scoring enough? Because I feel like, and I don't know how many goals Liverpool have got.
125 I saw.
100.
We're the highest scoring team in Europe, I think it is.
We're the highest scoring team in Europe. So if we're the highest scoring team in Europe, we're scoring goals. We're doing our thing in terms of the goals that we are scoring, the amount of goals that we are scoring. Obviously, of course, yes, we could easily be scoring more goals. Of course we can. We've seen man hit the post. We've seen man score in chances that they should be scoring. We've seen all of that kind of stuff, and I get it. I fully get it. There are moments when you do think to yourself, why are we not scoring more goals? Kind of thing. But at the same time, we are scoring enough goals, in my opinion. I know we understand, obviously the game is fine margins. So there are going to be those situations where you are like, yeah, but we kind of needed such and such to score such and such amount of goals, or he's getting this amount of chances. So we feel that he needs to score this amount of goals, etc., etc. But again, I ask you, will Diogo Jota be the answer to that? Will he be the answer to these questions that we're all seemingly asking each other? I don't really know. I don't really know. And that's the kind of killer. I've got here the comparisons of the forward line. Again, we went through this when I did the previous stream talking about analyzing the Liverpool attack. And everybody told me the attack is calm. Yeah, we got a couple teething problems here and there, but the attack is absolutely fine. Now, we didn't score against Manchester United. All of a sudden, the attack doesn't look so great. I don't know. To me, it just kind of baffles me when people say these kind of things. We can see Diogo Jota here. He's clinical. We know he is clinical. His conversion rate is 36%. Or sorry, per 90 minutes is 36 in comparison to the next best, which is Salah on 22.97. Then you've got 13s, 17s, 15s from the rest of them. So we know that this guy can easily score goals at a very, very good rate. 0.8 goals per game this season, only comparable to Mo Salah. Better than the rest of them. I totally get it. Goals from inside the box. Again, the same as Mo Salah. Goals from outside the box. The same as Nunez and Mo Salah. So I know that this guy shooting accuracy, 68%. 68%. So I'm asking you, are we saying that he is the savior? That's all I want to know. Are we saying that he is the savior?
Based on the conversion rate, probably is, man. He's got the highest conversion rate in the team. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can believe that though.
Yeah, I think it's just his chances, isn't it? He knows where to be and he knows what type of finishes to use. I think the other guys, and I think Mo suffers from that a lot, man. He never knows what type of finish to use. He hasn't scored one of those. When he cuts in and finds the top corner in ages. The last one, I think, was against Arsenal when Trent played that crazy-ass pass over to him. Cuts in and he hit the near post top corner. But you haven't seen one of those when he whips it into the far corner in time. So I don't know, man. But with Jota, man, sometimes he makes his own goals as well. I think that's the difference between him and the other guys. He'll find a way to make his own goals. He'll make sure he'll bully his way through it. I know you used that word earlier. Or he'll just play the margins, bro. He'll know if I just run into this space here and then I angle it here, I'll score. He just plays the margins where the other ones, I think sometimes Darwin overthinks in times. Diaz as well. Diaz is like caught between two minds. He's caught between being a creative winger and also a goal scorer because he knows his numbers are not where they need to be. So he's trying to add more to his game as well. So he gets caught between whether do I square this one or do I shoot? But there's times when I've seen him give it to guys across the box and they've just messed up. And then he thinks the next one, I need to go on my own and take this one on my own next time. And that's where he gets caught between that. And then Gakpo as well. He's another one as well because he doesn't have a direct position in the team. Somewhat his own fault at times, but somewhat Klopp's fault because Klopp has openly said it's his fault why he's not got confidence because I've used him in so many different positions where he then can't cement an area or an idea of where he needs. You know, when we played him in the false nine, he was like, nope, you're playing false nine. You're the guy here. We saw one of the best versions of himself. Then there's games when you said, oh, no, play him out on the left. You saw the best versions of himself there. But whenever you're chopping him into midfield, you're like 7 games. Jota hasn't played 7 games in midfield. Salah ain't played 7 games. Do you know what I mean? None of the other guys have played. And I know that, you know, we're not saying that they need to play there. It's just when you keep consistently moving a player around the pitch, eventually they lose their identity. And I mentioned this, remember ages ago, over a year ago, I mentioned the identity thing. Some of the players will lose it because they don't have a specific role in the team. It's just, because you can play multiple positions, I'm going to use you in these multiple positions. When Gakpo openly told you, when he did his interview recently, bro, I love playing on the left wing. But we know Diaz is there. Okay, why don't we just use you two there then? Why don't we just operate with you two on that side and we give you, you know, both the opportunity and see who comes out on top? We know that Jota playing through the middle, him and Darwin compete for that side. And then Mo's on the other side, get someone else to compete with Mo on the right-hand side.
Agreed.
But, yeah, man. Hey, Jota is a savior, man.
Bro, like, honestly, it is mad, man. Yeah, and big up. No, yeah, I agree. And just bang on it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Sir Alex Ferguson would have got rid of a lot of players we have rinsed. Probably would have, but Sir Alex Ferguson had money. He was the biggest club. He was at the biggest club, the best club at the time. You know what I mean? Players, you know, it would have been a lot. Bro, these times they're flipping signing one Sebastian Veron and them, man. And then getting rid of him not too long after. Like, it's not like, you know what I mean? These kind of teams have always been able to do these kind of things. So, you know, it is what it is. Let me just stop sharing that there. The attack lacks game intelligence.
Ouch.
I mean, the thing is, I'm not disagreeing or agreeing with that. Like, but I just want to know, we were calling this attack like the best. Man are saying, excuse me, man are talking about being the 5th choice attacker and saying, bro, no team has got that. No team has got an attacker who's their 5th choice and they can get this amount of goals. We were lauding this attack and we've been lauding them. This is what I'm saying about the reactionary after one game. Guys, we are joint top of the league. Bro, you've got me trying to be positive. Something the universe is messing around at this current moment in time. Do you get what I'm trying to say? This is I'm out of pocket right now. I'm out of pocket because
it's just positive.
Huh?
Yeah, I said G being positive is out of pocket.
Bro, out of pocket, bro. Megatron, I like the name. I'm trying to go back to that name. I'm trying to get that name back. But you guys are going so far left with it that now we're in a position where it's like, yeah, you know what? It's one of those kind of things where we've lost this game, or we didn't even lose, sorry, we drew this game. The attack is not that good, this, that, and the third. I'm saying, guys, but is it just as simple as we just put Diogo Jota back into the team and then that's it? Everyone's job done. We're good to go. Not a problem. And, you know, he's going to be fine for the run-in towards the end of the season and this, that, and the third. I don't think it's going to be as simple as that, if I'm being honest with you. Dustin, Jota can be one of a few saviors. Yeah, I agree. He can one of a few, but not the main. The way that we're looking at him is, I miss Diogo Jota. Oh, I miss having a player like Diogo Jota, this, that, and the third. But guys, he's been like this since we got here. Since he got here, should I say, sorry. He's been having injuries. He's been having games out for whatever reason, whether it be an injury, a red card, or whatever it is that he's out. He's been like that. So I'm not even looking at him. If I can't rely on you like that, like the same way I can rely on a Van Dijk, like the same way I can rely, obviously Trent got injured, but the same way I could have relied on someone like him, like these other guys, I can't look at you and say, you're the guy that I need in the team. Because then you're not the main guy in the team, especially when we were saying the front three should have been Nunes and flanked by Diaz and Salah. It was never Diogo Jota. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, I want Jota to play. I know Savage said he would prefer to have Diogo Jota to play up front, but the general consensus was not that. It was that is the best front three. Diogo Jota's got to fight for his place. When did it change that Jota was now the guy? He's always been like this. He's been injury prone and he's been a finisher. So when did it now change that now we need Jota back into the team? Diaz is now starting to play good in these last few games and in the last month. So where does Jota come into the team? That's another question. If you had to take someone out, who would you take out?
Salah. Told you my feeling already, bro.
Very quickly, bro. Like you don't even give it time to think, my
bro. Oh, let it simmer in that. Nah, sorry, bro. Ask it again.
Okay, cool. If you had to take one of the Liverpool players that you support and have supported your entire life, who would you take out of the team for Diogo Jota to come into the team that you support?
Do you know what? To be fair, all of them has, offered up, as much as they possibly can this season. But I'm looking at the players in form, players out of form. I'm looking at fluidity. I'm looking at, how we play defensively. I'd probably take Salah out. Do you know what I mean? I think his form hasn't been that great. Yes, he did score the penalty against Man United. But just been recently, I've been looking at him and I'm just don't know what it is, bro. I just don't feel like he is falling in line with the new regime. I feel like he's still trying to make it by himself at times. So yeah, he would be definitely one of the guys I would take out.
Okay. Now, don't you feel like that was a better answer than shut up? Like, don't you feel like that was the answer that I was, or not even that the fans of the club that you support was looking for, as opposed to just Salah go, bro.
Sorry, that's just my fault because I've been speaking about it for a little while now, and I think it's catching on. I've seen more people on the same wavelength now, so maybe I haven't, changed some people's mind. Maybe I'm, I don't know.
Hey, listen, man. Sometimes we need, as they say about strikers, they need a focal point up top. Maybe you are that focal point. Maybe you are that focal point that we needed to hear. We needed someone to be able to kind of spread the word, as they say. Big up everybody inside. I know there's a lot of you watching on Twitter at this current moment in time. There's actually over 350 of you guys. 350 guys. If you are watching on Twitter, if you've got 2 devices, just quickly head on over to YouTube. Just smash the like button. That's all I ask.
Come on, guys, man. Do that, man.
Over 300 of you this morning at 11:24. Come on, man. You guys have been rocking with me, and I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the love. Me and Enz are here, man. We're here having a conversation. Sometimes they're a bit uncomfortable. I get it. But we got to have them regardless. We got to have them regardless. I'm just going to go to a few of the comments. There's so many comments, guys. So if I have missed something that you wanted me to bring up, just drop it in again. Dustin, I understand why Salah. The thing is, how will the drama affect the team? I don't know. If Salah is as professional as I would like him to, as I would like to think, he will then just work harder to get back into the team if he were to be dropped.
And it's not even being dropped, bro. It's just about it's not drop, man. I don't like that word, man. I think it's just
replace.
Not even. I don't even like that as well because it feels like you're just taking away from what he can and offer and what he has offered.
Yeah,
I just feel it's for the betterment of the team in this present moment, we just need your efforts just off the bench for a couple of games. Build that confidence back again because I've noticed his confidence is dropped. I heard a couple of the guys talking about it looked like he was trying to pass the buck on a bit in the Man United game, like he weren't trying to take the opportunities like the last 2 games where he hasn't taken the opportunities, the Brighton one in particular where he had so many shots. There's that guy looked like he just kind of took the back seat in the last game against United. If that's the case, then bro, just just relax, man. We got you. Just go on the bench. And then when you come on, you're fresh mind, fresh legs. Just cook up everyone, bro.
It's how he's gonna take it. For me, like because of the type of player that I think he is, there will be obviously with the new manager. That's a conversation that he's gonna have to have because again, I don't know. New manager might come in and say, "Nah, I need a different type of right winger." You know, I don't actually need my right winger to get as many goals and assists that you do because the role that he's going to do isn't that of someone who is the main goal scorer of the team. Or I have no idea. We have no idea what Amorim or anybody for that matter is going to do. So it is going to be a bit of a tricky one when it does come to talking about attackers. I'll go through some of the comments here. We brought it up already. Amorim verbal agreement confirmed. Guys, at 12 o'clock, we will be heading on over to Ensman TV. After this stream has finished, you will be redirected straight on over to Ens's channel. So make sure when we finish the stream, you guys just stay online on YouTube, and then we'll be talking about the Amorim news. I know everybody wants to, dig their teeth into that anyway. So yes, we will be talking about that, myself and Enz, and maybe even the rest of the Avengers there.
Jerry's free. I don't know if he's free. If he is, then
Jerry, if you're free, jump on.
Yeah.
Angel, do you think our counterattacks are failing because our forwards all want to score and so no one wants to make the decoy run to make space for others? Ends.
But I didn't think so, but now I noticed it.
Okay.
Because when I keep going back to Mo, it feels like it's an agenda, but it's not. When Mo wasn't in the team, bro, it felt like they were all trying to help each other score instead of going, I need to score. It just felt like, oh, no, I'll give it to you, bro. Get the tap in. Oh, no, I'll square that back to you. You get that one. Oh, I'll lay you in. You have the shot there. And then it was all like pat on the back. Well done, unlucky. But when Mo's been back in the team, it feels like he wants to score a lot. It then forces Darwin needs to score. Then it forces Diaz to then score. I feel like their decision making becomes off because it feels like at moments they can all be selfish. Where I feel like you get the right formula in terms of the front three, I feel like you get more of a creative balance forward where they don't look just to score the goal. They go, I can help you score. You can then help me score. Where I feel like it's like, and I could be wrong. It's just the way I look at it.
Do you think then, even like with the new manager coming in, do you think that that's going to be something that he may look at in terms of, as I mentioned before, about having not, again, I don't know how he's going to set up the team, but maybe, Mo, I don't need you to do that. So my tactics are going to be built around maybe chance creation, but for different players or for the team in its entirety, as opposed to now it does kind of feel when Salah is on the pitch that we just try to get the ball to Salah, whether that's in a goal-scoring opportunity or just to give the ball to Salah anyway. And then he almost is the guy that we say, okay, we're going to play it. Our tactics start when you get the ball. So when you receive the ball in an attacking sense, when you receive the ball, that's when we start that our tactics get triggered straight away. Okay, Salah's got the ball. You do this. You do that. I don't know. Like, do you think the new manager might change that kind of mentality?
I hope so. I actually hope that we change it slightly because I don't want to be in a position where we use the same tactics.
Yeah.
Or similar, or give the same player that mantle to go and go, you're the main guy, you're the talisman. I just think we just need to make sure when the new manager comes in, we have a balanced attack. And it's not just solely around one guy. Give it to that one guy. We've seen it like where Harry Kane is the one guy when he was at Spurs. You scored a goal. Now we see a more balanced Spurs. Whether you think they're good enough or not, whatever you can call them Spursy. If you look across their front line, they're very balanced. Their midfield is very balanced. Defense is very balanced because we know that obviously Son's still the guy, but you can even see with Son, he's not doing that whole, I'm Son, give me the ball, let me score. He's doing, I'm going to create. But if I get an opportunity because my teammates are going to try and find me, I'll make sure I put the ball in the back of the net. Where you look at Bayern Munich, where Kane's gone there, it's solely give Kane. That's why he scored so many goals.
Yeah,
their team doesn't look as balanced as they normally would be because they normally have like a Chupa Moting up front where they're like, bro, we'll create and whoever end up Musiala, Sane, Gnabry, whoever be up there when they obviously Lewandowski left. And even when they had Lewandowski, they were giving him goals and feeding him, but Lewandowski was doing his fair share of assisting the other guys in and around him. But I feel like Mo hasn't adapted to that yet, and it's crazy because then people would say the numbers, look at his numbers, he's created this, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, at the same time, I'm watching the games and I'm seeing moments in games that we have dropped points in, or we haven't looked fluid, or we haven't looked creative. And I'm like, if he just picks up that little role where he's I'm just going to create, I'm just going to be the guy that you can give it to me and I'll get goals as well. But I want to help your team out as much as possible, help my team out as much as possible, and assist and score. By the moment, it just feels like it has to be the goal scorer. And because we're coming to the closing end of the season, this is the moment where Mo goes for the golden boot.
Yeah,
and that's where it could affect us.
Listen, I know my boy. When he gets to this type of part of the season,
the golden boot time. It's time to get the golden boot.
And especially because he's not even far from the golden boot. So he's looking at it thinking, brother, Haaland ain't really doing his thing like he was last season. I'm close enough to be able to catch him. Yeah, I might be able to do something. Angel. Oh, no, sorry. That's the one we just read. Ale's saying one player that needs to be sold, whether we are 10 points clear on top, is Robbo. He is finished.
Wow. Jesus. Do you know what? I should have got him in as well. I need to get Robbo in the combo. I'll get him involved. That's a good question.
Listen, man, when we go live with the Amarim, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, I've already literally I created all the things that needed to be created. I just left Robbo out, but I like that, so I'm gonna add him in. But when we're doing the stream.
Big up Ali. You've already listen, you see, look, now you've given in some juice. And you don't need any more, I promise you. KLFC, yes, I will drop Bradley. He's been good, but recently I noticed a lot of attacks break down because of his end product, which can obviously improve, but no one in our team offers what Trent can going forward. I know that was not the conversation prior to that, though. I definitely know that. I know for a fact, man, we're talking about, man, Trent got to go DM now. We got to do 4-2-3-1, and Trent can go alongside McAllister, and we can have a number 10.
Run Trent in the midfield, man. Run him in the midfield, bro. I'm here for it. I'm here for the Trent in midfield role now.
But you know what? We'll talk about it. Because I was about to say about
Bradley's a savior, man. Bradley at right back. Let's get
it. Bradley, right back. Big up Gramps in the building. Salah tends to be greedy before he scores, and then after he is eager to set everyone up. When Salah isn't playing well and he's still on the pitch, everyone in our attack starts scrambling. Yeah, Enzo definitely like that. And then
I want to stop talking about it because I feel like I started it. And
yeah, you started it now, bro. We started the stream talk about Diogo Jota. All of a sudden, man are crashing it now on Mo Salah. I don't even understand.
Get out of hand now, so I think I'll try not to mention his name anymore. But we'll see what happens.
That's not gonna. I know that ain't happening. Kula Mo told these man, if you don't know what to do, give me the ball.
Yeah, if you can't. So what? You can do your slipper foot shots here, Mo. Word to Savage, bro, because he created that saying, bro.
Yeah, the slipper foot. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Hey, Savage, get out of it, man. Angel, wait for all the new Amarim experts online. It will be fun listening to guys give a tactical and system analysis who haven't watched more than 5 Sporting Lisbon.
Don't worry, Angel. We ain't doing that, bro. We're just going to talk about what he can do for our team.
Yeah, like as in, I ain't here to talk about him back when he was at Braga and them thing. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, man, when he was finishing 4th and them thing there, bro. Like, no, we ain't. Yeah, bro. Man, we're talking about with our squad, what you can do with our squad, big man.
Yeah, literally. Big up Realism every time. And guys, as Realism has said here, please like, subscribe, and share this content out. It's been a very, very good conversation talking about the Liverpool attack. Mr. AQ'd. Don't forget, Salah has been fasting too. He's going to finish the season strong. That's what I like to see. That's what I'm saying. He's been fasting, and that man ain't even taking that into any level.
Oh, it's Konate, bro.
Okay, so one and look at Konate. Look at Konate.
Man tried to break his whole knee, bro. He was fine until man tried to break his whole knee off. You don't see him going, bro. Man, I need to, like, oh man, that's the reason I'm tired and that. Nah, bro. Come on, man.
Bro.
No excuses, bro. We've had these men in our team for years now.
Yeah.
Kanate's been here 3 years. Mo's been here 7+.
Mm-hmm.
I know these men fast every year, bro. So what we here talking about? Was we talking about fasting when he scored 44 goals? When he scored 33? When he scored 27? When he scored 22? When he scored... Was we talking about fasting? And no.
It's true
Right.
because you know what's so mad? In that first season, not that obviously you knew he was Muslim and you knew that he was fasting. I don't remember any conversation about him fasting that season. Like it was as if he didn't even fast that season. Like that's how
He
it
did.
felt.
To me, bro, I didn't know he fast. I
It's a
didn't know.
big man thing. I didn't even know he fast. I was
I
like,
didn't
oh,
know
big
even
man,
know.
you fast. All right, cool. I didn't know.
I didn't know. It's only when... Do you know when I started realizing? It's because where I follow Ibu on his social. And I was like, oh, didn't realize Ibu was, Muslim and that.
Yeah, I didn't know Ibu was Muslim
Because
either.
I know
Yeah,
these men obviously go with that religion and respect to the religion as well, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's some good teachings there, but at the
Very
same
good.
time, I didn't see Mo because Mo was doing the Christmas thing and that. The Christmas, I didn't know, bro. Sorry, my bad. But
It's
I know
actually true.
Ibu did because Ibu made a big deal about him doing it.
Yeah. All I knew prior to, like, obviously I knew Mane did. But yeah, Salah I did, and as you said, because of the Christmas tree, then everyone going overboard with that and stuff like that because they tried to correlate it with his form after every Christmas
Yeah,
and things
mad
like that.
still.
I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I didn't even know you did, but fair enough. Big up Troy over there on Twitter. Mo can still get the golden boot easily, but he has to share the spoils. Yeah, I agree. At times, he does need to be a little bit less
Only,
comical.
you know how mad Mo was? They had to share the golden boot with Mane that season, bro, and Aubameyang.
Of course he was, bro, because he
Bro,
wanted to be out on top. Because then it looks like, well, we all shared the goal, so it's like you weren't better than anybody else because we all shared it. And I've never seen a three-way before. Pause, but I've never seen that before in
yo,
terms of in terms of in terms of goals. I've never seen that before where three man have got the same amount of goals come the end of the season. Maybe that's happened before. Someone in the chat obviously will probably let me know, but I've never ever seen that. Gramps. Now I love Salah. If it was down to me, I would want him to retire at Liverpool, unlike most Liverpool fans. But I'm just calling what I see. Thank you very much, Gramps. I would love for him to retire at Liverpool Football Club too. But I know there's some people who don't. Dustin F. Today Ramadan ends. Mo never was good in Ramadan. Inshallah it helps. Hey, let's just wait and see on that one. I'm glad I ain't seen much criticism on Kwanzaa. He's been class and has the potential to be special. Nah, facts. That's facts. And I think with someone like Kwanzaa as well, where we've seen him be good this season, it would be weird if people started saying, yeah, he's not even that good, Yeah.
they starting to do that with Bradley, bro. You not notice?
Yeah,
That's
very true.
that's the slight narrative that keeps is shifting. We need Trent back, but
Yeah.
Bradley's been good, bro. Like, what? He's not this. His end product ain't there. Yeah, but before, obviously, God rest his soul, his dad passed away. He was on like he was assisting in every game.
Yeah, no, it's true. He was assisting or scoring. Yeah, he had that little like 4 games where it was like he was getting all the assists, all goals, because he obviously scored against Chelsea in that time. Big up Nature Boy in the build. Realism Jared. I don't know why our fans are so up in arms. We have never been clinical, hence the 1 Premier League and 1 UCL major trophies. Our last UCL, 23 shots to Madrid's 3. They scored and we didn't. Pattern. I'll agree with you definitely on the clinical part. We haven't. We've never since Suarez days. We haven't been like a team who've just been clinical with like having that Torres striker who this guy is gonna be clinical in the finishing sense. If Torres was getting the amount of chances that Salah got, you wouldn't even talk about Salah. And that's my guy. But you wouldn't even talk about Salah because Torres would be scoring more goals than Salah every day of the week, in my opinion, anyway. But it is what it is. Big up Tariq in the damn building, guys. Make sure you head on to Tariq Talks Football, please. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Arsenal fan, I know he is the op for this season, and hopefully only for this season. Next season, I hope we go back to them not being in the picture, but make sure talk some real sense. So make sure you head on over to Tariq Talks. Dustin, Salah usually drops on like 20% at Ramadan. Notice he didn't score as many goals at the end of the season since he came. I remember convos, or I just noticed that. Yeah, to be fair, there probably was a few conversations in regards to looking at his form in and around the end of seasons. But we know, I've always said with Salah will always have a period of the season, whether it's 8, I used to say 8 to 10 games, where he's just off it. Whether that means no goals, whether that means no assists, whether that just means stinky performances. He has that every single year. Other than the first season that he was here, every single year since then, you notice, and it probably is, Dustin, I agree, probably in and around the same kind of time. So maybe it is that coincidence of potentially that might be affecting him. Enzo ain't trying to hear that, but you know, it is what it is. Nature Boy, hey man, I miss Trent. No Diddy. Yeah, definitely no Diddy on that one, my guy. KLFC, so are you saying Bradley is better than Trent at right back ends?
Defensively, like everyone else, yeah. Do you know what it is, bro? I want Trent in the midfield now. I actually want to see it now. Like, I've seen him at right back now, and I know the kid don't want to play right back no more. He's telling you, he's being open. I don't want to play right back. I want to play in midfield. I've been watching midfielders. I've been studying midfielders. I have watched Gerrard my whole life. I have all of these things. We've inverted him into midfield in the system so he can play in midfield. Just play him in midfield now, man.
Nah. I hear it. Tariq talks Jota. Gramps, Bradley and Konza have done way beyond than was expected from them. So the criticism they are getting is agreed. And I wasn't, when I looked at it, I didn't think they would even be this good. I'll keep it a buck. I didn't think they'll be this good. I was still semi looking at another right back. I was like, yeah, man, I need a new right back, or I need another right back, should I say? Not knowing that Bradley could actually come in and perform to this level. Obviously, it's about, you know, being consistent and stuff like that, but you know, we'll just have to wait and see. Dustin, 1 Madrid final. Ramos took men down. No red. Second, no fans. Yeah, I hear it. KLFC, Trent was one of the best players in the league before injury. People are talking like he was meaty. I hear it. So man blaming Allah for form. First of all, these are the thoughts of Nature Boy and not myself. I ain't blaming.
And not ends as well. Throw me in there as well. Not mine as well, bro.
Oh, sorry. These are the thoughts of Nature Boy and not the people on the channel right now. Yeah. Troy, ain't gonna lie. Salah score some unbelievable goals. He just needs to share some of the times. No, I hear it.
Share the workload, man. Share the workload, bro.
No. I hear it. G, we got a habit of overhyping our players. That's all. Our attack is just average without Jota. We need to accept reality.
Wow.
So that's kind of
reality, bro.
Well, he's saying that our attack is average without Jota. So with Nunez, Diaz, and Salah, it's kind of an average attack. I hear it. If that's what you feel, I'm not here to crash that on you, bro. Steven's asking, how many clean sheets have we got this season? Honestly, I don't even know, bro. It's not a lot.
I only remember 2, bro. No, tell a lie. I think wherever Alisson's on, I think he's on like 8 clean sheets or 7. Okay. Maybe that. Maybe Kelleher's added maybe 3 or 4 in there as well. I'd say 10.
You say 10?
If I'm gonna just spitball, 10.
If we're talking all season, all competitions,
I'm saying 10, bro. All season.
Okay, all competitions. Then yeah, maybe because if you count the Europa League, Carabao Cup games, although
I'm sure we've conceded in the Carabao Cup pretty much in all the games.
Yeah, bro. We conceded against Leicester. Remember they scored in that first like minute or 2, whatever the game. But we didn't concede against Chelsea. Semi-final was against, I can't even remember who we played. Fulham. Oh no, we conceded against Fulham. FA Cup, obviously we're out. Yeah, someone would have to let me know in the chat, but I don't feel like 10 will be like the most I would think in my brain. Salah with his weak ass efforts on goal really annoy me. It's like he's passing to the keeper. Bro, stop listening to Savage, man. He'll make you think that's what he's doing. Angel, I put Trent right mid in front of Bradley. The right mid position is up for grabs. I mean, there's Salah there too, but fair enough if you feel like it's up for grabs. I'm certain Salah getting sold in the summer. No way Edwards gives him the contract that he wants. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. We have been sport with Mane, Firmino, and Salah. Don't know what we had until it's gone. I agree. And because we keep trying to compare those kind of standards, that's why I feel like we will get disappointed regardless, because they were operating at some elite level from the get-go. That doesn't always happen. You're going to be disappointed when you sell Suarez and you got Balotelli and Ricky Lambert. I'm not saying that the levels are the same in terms of what we're seeing now, but you're going to be disappointed because them man are not them. But when Ricky Lambert was bagging goals for Southampton, man weren't complaining like that. Neil H, we actually play as a team without Salah. It's a collective effort. You know, I'm tired of hearing about Salah and this non-collective effort. Cooler, big up Neil H anyway. Cooler, it changed when he went to AFCON. Jota stepped up and led the front line, but he's still not the saviour. The team needs to pull their weight, including Salah. You didn't need to add the Mr. Selfish bit at the end, but I kind of agree with everything else that you said. But you didn't need to put that bit in there, bro.
Spitting facts, bro.
I'm sure you think he is. Mr. A Cubed, for me, Jota, Nunes, and Salah is the front line that he would like to see. Jota starts ahead of Nunes when fit. Fairs. Guys, we're going to close. Yeah, for Spitball. Yeah, I know. Yeah, ends is, yeah, pause on that one.
Nah, bro.
Guys, we're gonna close. Oh, okay. Realism Jared just said it here. 14 clean sheets in all competitions.
I went too far off then.
Fair enough. I didn't think that we had actually 14. I thought we had less, but fair enough. So, guys, obviously, we're gonna end here with the video. Love for everyone obviously tuning in this early morning. I'll be back tomorrow morning. We're talking about world-class players. Who do you class as a world-class player? So yeah, I'll be back here
Them kind of convo.
Huh?
Them kind of convo you got, yeah?
Yeah. Come on, bro. I need to hear. I want you guys to name me your world-class players. Obviously, if Ends is available, then of course Ends will be here. But if not, we'll just run it regardless. Who do you class as that world-class player? Is Jota a world-class player, or is he just a world-class finisher? Is Salah a world-class player still? Is Mbappe, is Vinny? Of course, these are all names that I'm just throwing out there. I know some of you agree with some, and I know some of you won't agree with the others. Make sure you guys stay here online. This video will be redirected to Enz's channel, where we will be talking about the news. Amarim, was it the deal or the contract or
verbal, yeah, the verbal agreement.
But then I also saw something that said that Liverpool are basically refuting the story, which they would do, as we do. We don't like talking about
because it's disrespectful for the opposition club, innit?
Exactly.
That's the only reason.
No, I hear it. So, guys, just make sure you stay here. We'll be going live around about 10-15 minutes. So make sure you guys, of course, stay online. That's myself, G, Ends, and we are, let me get it, out.